listen. 135. 135. There we go. Study Monday. Time to do studies. So, this study. Hey, Emil, how's it going? That's the study I will do. It's gonna be a good challenge, I think. I haven't done environment study in a very long time. Hey, Algani. Avoid breakfast. How's it going? Let's see here. For anyone who also want to do it at the same time, there is the URL of the picture. Hey, Concept Sam. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm a bit tired. Like, not tired as in beat, but tired as in mellow. Like, just very relaxed in that sense. So it's a good start of the day. How are you? So I'll be doing this study. Practice, like, I'm gonna try to reverse engineer the approach and then just mostly just paint it, but we'll see how I do. Oh, that's great concept, Sam. Hey, Georg, how's it going? Atski. Hello, Kirill. Alright, we might as well start the timer. Yeah, and again, for anyone who wants to do the study, there's the URL. That angle makes the image look weird. The angle? The angle of the fence? Hey, Book 11, how's it going? Anyways, let's start the timer. And let's do this. Oh, the lighthouse is so small, yeah. Hey, Bruno Romanos, how's it going? What up, homie? There we go. 30-minute warm-up, homie. Gang signs. Alright, so what tone is this? This is kind of gray. Okay, let's eyeball the color. I'm gonna go for the dark blue. I guess it should be somewhere here. Kinda. Hey, Kilrathi. Book 11, I'm good, man. So, somewhere there, probably. There's the cut. So what's the next step? The pink I'll add on top. I gotta kind of pitch it to the horizon. And that's like here somewhere. And then yeah. It's gonna be a weird one today. Good study though. I assume this study is gonna look weird for a long time. But yeah, it's really weird. Good challenge. I feel very awkward doing this. I haven't done one in a very long time. And I wanna try to maintain like saturation. My weekend is good, just sunshine and relaxing. Algani, today I'm not trying to be photo copy machine. I'm not gonna try to be a super exact, um, but the goal is gonna be to nail the idea of the study, right? Try to um, make it so that we get the same feeling of the reference and that it looks somewhat the same, right? I'm not gonna try my utmost to copy the pixels so that the pixels are exactly like the reference, right? I don't care about the reference in that sense that I want to be a copy machine. But what I'm looking for here is trying to learn and think about the shapes in a way that I'll remember why it looks the way it looks, you know? So the idea is not to copy, but to try to figure it out. A big part of what I'm trying to figure out is the process, like going from that blue up to the pink of or the peach of the sky, and what process to do that in, but also trying to make choices that's correct. It has to be a lot brighter. So it's more like it is a study because I'm looking at a photo, you know, I'm trying to paint something from the photo. But it's like people always think that study means copy, but that's not the purpose of today. The purpose of this one is to try to figure out the approach and making the correct decisions in when I'm copying the reference. Hey Zilin. Hey Yums. Good morning. Quentin, how's it going, man? Um, by the way, there is a new two-week challenge announced, and the topic is interior design. The new 2-week challenge is set so that you have to do the hideout of two thieves. You know, and it's free to choose. You know, whatever the hideout looks like, but to design and paint the interior on an interior. So it went live this morning, and it's a open door type deal. So whoever wants to join in and up their game, it's free to do so. And after 2 weeks has passed, I will be doing a stream where I do paint overs and give whoever contributes my thoughts on what they did and what to improve on, where I think they failed. I'll do that live, usually on my lunch break on Monday, the following Monday after the deadline. Hey, Tanium, yeah, man. Nothing wrong with early bird, eh? But I feel here that I've messed up the kind of cleanliness of the gradient. So I need to now. I felt it when I started adding the gradient at the bottom, that I did a mistake with it, that I shouldn't have added it, because I was kind of making a decision of the intensity of the yellow, which was incorrect, and now I'm paying for it in the approach. I'm interested in trying to nail the vibrancy of the pink with the blue, and I feel like that's something I haven't really managed yet. But I think it's all down to like nailing that interaction between the two and how they transition. And I love the feeling of the clouds in the reference, how they are like the blue is leaking through from behind. And I'm making a mistake here. Concept Sam. Yeah, it is during work hours. At the very first thing we do in the morning at the studio is, make a cup of coffee or tea or whatever, and then sit and paint for half an hour where we experiment with warm up. Just get the creative mind going, and then when the 30 minutes are up, we share it amongst the artists, and then we go about client work. So it's a really nice period in the morning where we just sketch, and then look at each other's sketches and go, oh, that's cool. Maybe work more on this or work more on that, and help each other out, Oh yeah, I did something cool yesterday, by the way. I went go-karting. It's really, really good fun. We were like my son, my wife, father-in-law, and his daughter. We went and go-karted. Crazy. Gila, yeah. The challenge is the interior view, and you don't even need the thieves in there if you don't want them. Hey, Mr. Punka, what up, yo? Merici, we are currently one, two, three artists. Fourth one joining us, plus the owner who paints now and then. We were more, but as per usual in the industry, people tend to move on. So we lost a few of them to other studios. But that's fine. It's the nature of the beast. And we take pride in like educating the artists. And some artists, they get good and they want to get, they get poached by some other company or some name big name client. Hey, come over here, the grass is greener over here. And we are all grown-ups. The people are free to make that decision themselves if they want to go. It's all good. We send them off with love. Enjoy. I don't think we've needed to fire anyone. We had to fire one freelancer a couple of years ago who was just not doing at all what we needed him to do. But other than that, I think it's been all rainbows and laughters, more or less. There's a little bit of sun hitting top of that. It's nice little touch that you see only when you look closer. So this is behind, and this is in front. Yeah. Tanium, yeah, the 2-week challenge is posted on Discord, number 24. Hey, Casco Live, how's it going? Merici, my hips from go-karting, it's absolutely fine. There's no issues at all. Zealand, well, they laughed at the banana boat. Buka Lemon, nah. I mean, I don't want to say who it was, but he was a big name concept artist at the time, and he just kind of effed off and weren't drinking with other artists that I also knew, while he had to work on our client stuff. And then when he did update us, he didn't do at all what we had asked him to do. And it came to the point where the client needed the art, and what he delivered was not at all what was required. So we were like, all right, you go and drink with your buddies. Take it over, Thank you for. Like, I was quite angry at the time. I was like, what should I do with this drawing now? Like, what's the purpose? Like, I can't do shit with this. Like, thank you for nothing. And I've not worked with him again. But like I said, we're all grown-ups. He's free to do that. Burn that bridge. Well, thank you, Casco. Concept Sam, really? Ah, that's pretty cool. Get that name out there. Yeah, exactly, Boca Lemon. He just didn't do what. First of all, he didn't concept what we asked him to concept. Like, he took a completely weird route, and we couldn't use the art itself because it wasn't what the client needed and what he was briefed to do. And then it was late, like no communication because he was out boozing. And then, yeah, it was like, oh, okay, waste of time, waste of money. So that guy isn't high up in my book at at the time. Now I could care less. Water under the bridge, you know. I don't mind. I don't mind him who he is, like as a person, as well. I don't care about that. You know, it didn't. I don't think bad about him. But as a professional, as my professional point of view, it's like I would not hire him again. You know. Hey, Gria, how's it going? It's not like his bad name for freelancers. It's just he ruined his name in it for me. You know, like his name as a brand, not as a freelancer. I mean, freelancing. I do freelancing. You know, I love the idea of freelancing, and because his bad behavior doesn't reflect bad behavior of freelancers. It's just ruined his name in my book. You know. Book a lemon. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, and it's a great thing to learn. But this guy we hired, he uh, he was not a beginner. So we thought, like, okay, let's hire this guy to help us out, you know, because we needed it, and it it ended up with me having to do his job in really fast time because he delivered the work late and not on target, and it was like ah. It was very frustrating. So instead of helping us out in the jam, he just mushed us down into the jar further. Kilrathi, it was not like past deadline, it was at the deadline, so I just didn't sleep that night. I just worked it. I worked it so that they had it the next day. I told him like, what should I do with this art? Like, why haven't you like communicated with us? Why are you off target? It's like, what do you want me to do with this now? And he didn't say like anything really, and I was like, all right, whatever, bye. It is what it is. It is what it was, rather. And like I said, I can't. You know, as a person, he's a great. He's a cool guy. Just I won't work with him. Yeah, that fence. Whoever said that, that fence is like completely messing with the scale of the um, lighthouse. So funny. Buka, yeah, he wasn't young. He was a veteran concept artist. Hey, Millerfin, what up, yo? I have worked for many studios in Sweden. I worked on for Battlefield, um, for the Division, those people. Also for some other clients. Um, I have worked for many Swedish studios. The guys that did or that guys that ended up making no, I don't remember the name of it. Whatever. I worked for Swedish clients, yeah. Mostly international clients though, but some Swedish. Also Finnish. Georg, yeah, exactly. Hold my beer. Let's do it. I had to do it. It was for a big client. And it sucked for me. But what could I have done, you know? Just had to go. All right. I guess I'm taking it up the rear. That's way more purple, like the beginning color. Like the part that's being in shadow is very saturated, cold blue. Like almost like that. Almost. And then it's kind of like that, yeah. And then one shade up, kind of. Yeah. The shadow side has to be a bit bluer though, and less purple. Something like a little bit grayer. Yeah. And these closer to each other. Mm. Amir, yeah, well, he wasn't communicating. He accepted the brief. Um, and then communication stopped. And we were like, "Hey, dude, like, where is it? You said you would deliver. Um, why haven't you delivered? And like, we need it. Like, the deadline is coming. You know, like, where's the work you said you would do?" And no communication. And then he dropped the art. Like, I guess just stopped boozing and had to sit down and paint. And then it was just off target. Probably because he thought he could do both, like go party with his friends, uh, and like get paid to do it. But I don't know what he was thinking. So when he did show us the art, it was like, what? It's like, what's the purpose of this now? Like, what can I do with this? I can't do anything. Quite purple. Kinda. hints of. So he messed up. July, yeah. Hey, Captain Jetlag, how's it going? I would, Concept Sam, I would not work with him again. For me, he burned that bridge. I can't trust him. The way he behaved, um, I cannot trust him again. If he wants, I'm not like that's why I'm also not saying his name, because it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna shit on his income or whatever, but and if he wants to do work with someone else and they like the way he acts, then who am I to tell them not to? And they will, if he still acts that way, the client will quickly figure out like he's bum. Gria, yeah, it's a good way of doing studies and thinking and relaxing, and but you also have to be aware of what you're doing in this type of things. It's like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, I'm not trying to copy the reference, I'm trying to understand the reference and build a picture from bottom up in the sense of how the world is constructed that we're looking at. Which part of the cloud is coming forward, which part of the cloud is going backwards, and things like that. So I'm not trying as a copy machine to create a replica. I'm trying to understand. It should be darker over here. Have to have those like lumps of cloud. Go behind. Oh shit, I need to erase into it. And here, this line in between needs to like be quite soft. Whoa. Yeah, like don't be that guy. Don't. I mean, or if you don't care about the client, do what he did, and don't. You're not going to be working with me again or that client again. Like I said, he's a grown man. He made his choice. Who am I to tell him how to do his job? But for me, it's highly unprofessional. But that was many years ago. He didn't have any excuses. I knew what he was doing because I knew the people he was out partying with. And I told him that to his face, or email. Book a Lemon. There's a group of people. It's called Alla Prima Google something. Street View. There's a lot of people just taking a street view, Google Street View, and painting it alla prima, like I'm doing with a study. Hey, Relico. My pleasure, man. I mean, I do this stream every day. There's 3 years of warm-ups, daily streams. So feel free to go click on the archive and deep dive. Or if you have any good episode, if any one of the regulars have a good episode number, like season 2 episode 157, that's a good one. Let me know and I'll put a shorthand list of good episodes. Yeah, someone definitely needs to fix my fence there. It's really poorly constructed. Bukalema, I don't know the website. Virtual plain air. There we go. Avoda breakfast. Google that. Virtual plain air, and you'll probably hit links to Facebook groups or whatever. That's the name. Virtual plain air. Lots of artists do it. Anyways, that was the warm up. I'd say I succeeded in my attempt at understanding the depth and the colors and the which color went to the other in terms of what I started with in tone, and then working like the volumes. But in terms of like likeness, it's somewhat correct, but not. But it's okay. The purpose is not to have a copy, but to learn. Well, thank you, Algani. So let's have a look who we can attack, raid. He's doing something. Stalking. Maybe he's dropping some knowledge bombs. Let's raid. Let's raid my good old friend. So much monsters. He's a really cool guy. So make sure that you. What the? Make sure you click follow on him, because he's a really good guy who has really good knowledge. He's a really kind person as well, so give some support for him. Thank you, Bob Ross. Have a great one, everyone. See you tomorrow morning. Toodles.